Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my November recap. So if you're not familiar with these videos, essentially what I do is I go through and talk about things that were quite predominant in my beauty life in like the last month, and this video I'm gonna call it now. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. So get a snack, get a drink, get a wine, get whatever you want. Just get comfortable because I've got a lot of stuff that was like big in November for me. I'm going to start with some hair products. Now these were given to us by a subscriber through Beauty News. Her name is Madeline, I think. I am the worst with names, so if I got that wrong, fucking God to help me. Essentially what happened was we were sent a package with a bunch of products, hair products, from a brand called, now I think this is pronounced Davines. I've heard Carolyn Hirons talk about it, and I believe the brand is Davines. Now, we started out with the hair assistant line. I believe it's Your Hair Assistant. And I was sent, or Kat and I were both sent, the Prep shampoo, the Prep Rich Balm, which is like a conditioner or hair mask, and the Prep Mild Cream, along with the Blow Dry Primer, the, what do we got? The Slickening Oil Mist, and also a dry shampoo. Now I haven't tried the dry shampoo, however, I have tried all of these products that I just showed you this month because when we had our meetup in early November, Madeline came along, and please God, let that be the right name. I'm sure it is, but I'm terrible. Anyway, Madeline came along and she brought another bag of Davines hair products. It's a different line. Hang on, let me get a product. So the other line that she gave us is, I think this is the Oi line, or is it Oi? I don't know. I think it's Oi. But there was like conditioner, shampoo, hair treatment products, but also like body wash and hand cream. Now I haven't dug into these yet because I wanted to use the hair assistant line first, and I've got to say I'm pretty impressed. So the shampoo is, I'm pretty sure it's paraben and sulfate free, and usually, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound, if you're a hairdresser, Madeline, don't be mad at me, but I actually like sulfates in shampoo. I like them. I like them because I love the foaming action of shampoo. Like, I love a lather. I just love it. It feels so good. Like, I can just imagine now getting in the shower and lathering up my hair. And I've used some sulfate free shampoos in the past and not got a lather, or you get like a tiny lather or no lather at all. And there's something about, like, it's the psychological goodness that you get from a lather that I just love. So I was a bit worried that this wouldn't lather, but it does. It lathers beautifully and I love it. It cleans the hair really nicely. I find even when my hair is really dirty, I still get quite a good lather with this, and it cleans really effectively, but it doesn't leave my hair feeling stripped or gross or like really dry. So that is really lovely. Then we've got the two prep balms. So these are like conditioners, or I believe you can, it says conditioner for thick and treated hair or for fine to medium hair, but I would say if you leave these in a little longer, you could use them as a mask as well. I've used both. My hair responds really well to both. I prefer the mild one because I find that on just like a standard, I'm gonna say everyday basis, but I don't wash my hair every day, it's enough. It's like, it's an ample amount of conditioning and treatment and loveliness. And then if my hair is kind of really dry because I have used something that's sort of dried out the ends, I like the rich one. So this one I've used twice, I think, and this one I've used like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 times, and I find this one's enough and this one's kind of like a treat. So I like to use this one as a conditioner and this one as like a more like a richer mask kind of thing. Then we have the two treatment, or no, not treatment, but like leave-in products. The blow dry primer. This is quite nice. Now I have the problem of having quite fine hair, and getting body and lift in the roots is really difficult. I find this, it's almost like it's got a little bit of, it's almost like using a hair mousse or like a hairspray to help give the hair some lift and shape. Like, it's depositing something in there that allows the hair to have some grip. So when I'm like blow drying my hair up, it doesn't stay up, but it holds that body better over a longer period. So that one I really like. I mostly put it in my roots. I don't know if I'm using it right, but I think I am. Tonic to speed up blow dry time, adds body and enhances natural shine. Spray from 5 to 20 pumps on wet or towel dried hair from roots to lengths and ends. So you can use it all over. I mostly put it in the roots and then sort of brush it through the hair, and I like it. It's very nice. Then there is this silkening oil mist, and this is, it's a hair oil. Now my only issue with this is I can't spray it directly in my hair because I feel like the spray nozzle is like a jet. So I put it in my hands and then I just drag it through my hair. And I use this on wet and dry hair. I quite like it. Oh, someone's flushing the toilet. Lovely. Thanks, guys. So I use that on wet and dry hair. I usually go a couple of pumps of this in the roots and then a few pumps of this in the ends. Blow dry the hair. Beautiful. I love the scent of this line too. It's kind of like a musky floral. I quite like it. It's very nice. Oh, and this, the silkening oil mist, I also like to put, like, just sort of gently smooth it over the top of my head after I finish blow drying, because I have like short bits, and when I blow dry my hair up, they like to stick up. Like, if you've got those little hairs and you blow dry your hair up for body, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. It's frustrating, but that silkening oil mist is nice for sort of smoothing them down, and it also gives you that added shine in the hair, but without weighing it down. So I've been really enjoying this Davines line, and also thank you so much, Madeline, for keeping me in hair products for the next few months. Not only are they really nice, but I don't have to buy shampoo and conditioner, which is lovely. And in December, I'm going to start trying out the I don't know, somebody who knows this brand, tell me how to pronounce it. I'm going to try out that line and see what I think about it. I think I'm going to love it because it's got, is it Roku oil? Is that how you pronounce it? I've never heard of that oil before, but what I do know about my hair is it responds really well to oils. The only oil that I have issues with in my hair is coconut oil, and I don't think this has coconut oil in it. Now, I can't see coconut oil anywhere on that ingredient list, so I'm assuming that it's not coconut or there's no coconut oil in it. But I'm excited to try that line. I wonder, oh, yes, yes. Thank you, Madeline. You're an absolute sweetheart. That is so kind of you. But yeah, December. I will update you at the end of December to let you know what I think of these. Let's transition from hair to skin. So we'll start with this guy. This is the Muji. This is the Muji oil cleanser. So this is their standard cleanser. I believe they do at least two, and there's one, it's like oil cleanser, and then I don't know, there's another one. I picked this up in Japan and it's been sitting under my bathroom sink since Japan. Too long. But I was looking for an oil cleanser to clean my beauty sponges a couple of months ago, and I decided to pull this one out because when I gave it a shake I could see that the formula was quite thin, and I needed a thin oil to sort of work into the sponge. So I used this to clean my sponge and I was like, wow, that is really effective. The oil emulsifies completely. It turns into a milk and then rinses away completely clean, so it doesn't leave any sort of oily residue on the sponge. And then I would just go in with a little bit of Daiso Puffin sponge just to make sure there was nothing of this left in the sponge, and to give it like a final deep clean, and the sponge comes out beautiful. Then I decided I'm going to try it on my face, and I was just, wow, this is beautiful. This is a really, really beautiful oil cleanser. It breaks down makeup really, really well, and like I said, it emulsifies into a milk and washes off the skin just so clean, like no oily or greasy residue at all. If you wanted to, you could probably just go in with this to break down makeup, rinse it off, and then go in with skincare. I really like the second step of like the double cleanse, but this really surprised me, and I've been meaning to talk about it for a while, but it just it's in the bathroom. It always slips my mind. Sometimes when I film these videos, I don't think to go in the bathroom and like look at what I've been using, but this is fantastic. If you have a Muji store near you and you like oil cleansers and you're in the market for one, I would highly recommend trying this because it's a fantastic oil cleanser. And the bottle, like this is a 400 ml bottle. It's the sort of thing that you can use, you can multi-purpose this. You can use it as your makeup remover or morning cleanse, and you can use it to help deep clean your beauty sponges. I love it. Great stuff. I would buy that again. 100%. I would buy that again. I do love the Uemura cleansing oils, as many of you will know, but they are expensive and I do not want to use them to deep clean a beauty sponge because they are expensive. I want to only use them on my face, but this is affordable and a really beautiful formula. I love it. It's fantastic. Speaking of the double cleanse, a cleanser that I have been using as my secondary cleanse is the Klairs Rich Moist Foaming Cleanser. So this was in a YesStyle X Klairs beauty box where they picked out 4 Klairs products and sold them in like a box, and they sent one to Kat and myself to try out, and I thought I would try this foaming cleanser. I really like it. It's gentle and it makes my skin feel clean, which is what I need. It also helps to get off any makeup that I may have missed with an oil cleanse, and it does happen because at the end of the day when I'm oil cleansing, sometimes I'm not as thorough as I probably should be, but that is why I go in with a secondary cleanse. And this product, not that you can see it, this product does help to take off any makeup that I might have missed. So usually it's like a little bit of mascara or eyeliner or something like that. But I really like that one. And I remember when I did the unboxing of that Claire's Yes Style box, so many people were like, I love Claire's, I've used that cleanser, moisturizer, serum, I've used all of those things, I love them, they're fantastic. I agree with you, I really like this. Claire's was a completely new brand to me, I wasn't aware of them, but I've also been using their moisturizer, and this product, I haven't used there was also, was it a mist, a toner? I think there was a toner and a vitamin C serum. I haven't used those two yet, and the moisturizer I only started using a few days ago, so I don't feel like it's appropriate to talk about it until I've used it for a while. But I get it, guys, I get it. I understand why you love the brand, and yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I would buy more products from this brand to try them out. So there we go. All right, let's move on to what am I doing? Okay, let's do these two. Glyco. My background is so white. Maybe I should get a different color. I've been working on getting into our shed and cleaning it out so I can use that as a filming space, and it's been on the cards for over 2 years now. And it's gotten to the point where it's sort of almost, not really almost empty, but it's like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And when I have that set up, I don't plan on having a white background, but I have this background because behind it is a bookshelf that is just covered in stuff. And I used to film with that background, but my camera would always try and focus on the shit behind me. So I use a white background now. But when it's white, look, just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So, Glyco. Now, this is the Hydra-C treatment mist. Beautiful. It is a hydrating peptides and vitamin C mist. I'm actually, oh wait, okay, I've got 3 mists in front of me at the moment. I'm not going to spray myself with this one. I'm going to wait for another one that I want to talk about. So I've got that, and I've been using that a lot this month. The reason I've been really focusing on this is because I am trying to heal the scarring from my acne breakouts, and I know vitamin C is very good for helping with that. So I use this morning and night. I really enjoy it, and also from what I know, I believe peptides are good for helping to hydrate the skin, and because I am on medication for my breakouts, my forehead has been very dry in November. So pretty much everything that I put on my skin, I want it to have some sort of hydrating property. So yeah, that one, I'm really loving it. The other product is the Age Repair Retinol Booster. So this is an oil. It's a concentrated age correcting serum with retinol, phospholipids and glycolipids. Visibly firms skin and reduces appearance of wrinkles and pores, fades age spots and even skin tones. Lipids help restore moisture barrier. So this is Glyco's retinol product. I'm not sure if they have other retinol products. I think this is like, I think this is the bad boy in the retinol range for Glyco, but this is an oil, and I will squeeze out the tiniest bit so I can show you guys. There we go. So that is an oil. It's a retinol oil, and get on the back of my hand, get on there, make them look 10 years younger. This has been amazing. I love it because it's an oil and my skin is so kind of like up here, it's dry and it's really hard to maintain the moisture in the skin. This has been just a lifesaver. I was using the Ultraceuticals vitamin A serum to finish it up because I'd been using it for quite a while, so I knew like it was probably getting to the end of the bottle, and I finished it up very early in November. And I do like that product, but when my skin is dry from medication and also, you know, retinols can make it changes the skin and it goes through a thing. I was kind of struggling. I liked it because I did feel like it was helping with, like, you know, discoloration and stuff on my skin, but it wasn't helping with my dryness. This, on the other hand, it's so good. It's so good because the oil actually helps my skin to feel nourished, which is beautiful. So I've been loving that, and just blend into my background. Just do it. Yeah, loving that. Very happy with it. Great stuff. Okay, next, this is this is so exciting for me. This is the It's Skin Power 10 Formula VB Serum Mist. Now, I picked this up off YesStyle, and I'm gonna buy all of them. Okay, I'm not gonna buy all of them. I'm gonna buy the hydrating one. But I've been looking for like more face mists. I love them, and I've been using them a lot as the weather is heating up. So I thought, you know what, I want to try some from Korean brands. So I picked this up off YesStyle, and when I got it, I spritzed it, and I was like, whoa, what? Did we see that? The spritzer it's like it's extended somehow, like it just keeps going. Let's do that again. So this is almost, you wouldn't have been able to see that, maybe you could hear it, but this is almost like a cross between a spray pump and a continuous mist product. It's not continuous because it does stop, but the mister it goes for longer than a standard pump, and I love it. And not only that, but the mist is super fine. It is so nice. It is so nice. I love it. I love it. And it smells quite fresh. I do think if you are sensitive to fragranced skincare, I will say that this might be too strong for you, because I do feel like it has quite an intense scent. It's not overpowering for me. Some people might not be a fan of that, so warning. But the mister on this, just, oh my god, I'm buying more of them. I want the moisture one for sure, and if there's an anti-aging one, I'm gonna get that as well. Thank you. Now I want to transition into some tools. Again, I got these off YesStyle. This one, this is the La Belle Sonic and Ionto Peel 6th edition. Okay, here we go. It's black. It doesn't melt into my background. That's great. So this is like a sonic skin device, and it has this, what potentially could look like a frightening tool. So essentially what you do with this is you turn it on, and that first setting, let's see if we can we hear it? So that first setting is for exfoliating, and essentially what you do is you have the tip facing down, and you put something on your skin to give it slip and movement so that this tool can glide over it easily, and you gently just push it across your skin and it helps to exfoliate. Then you change the setting and it makes this noise. And on this setting, you can have the tool so it is flat against your skin or facing up, but you hold it flat, and you again, use like a serum or a toner or something, an oil even, on your skin generously, and you very gently just slide this across your face, and it helps to like push product into the skin. Now, the reason why I wanted to get one of these was because a couple of, God, it would have been last summer. Last summer, I went and had a facial with Ultraceuticals, and they used a tool like this. Theirs was a professional device, and from what I know, they were not new to market, but they were a bit of a newer-ish technology, and I loved it. When she pulled it out and I heard the noise it made, I was a bit like, oh, is this gonna hurt? And she's like, no. I don't even know how to describe it. It's sort of like that setting, the first setting is a vibration, and this setting is like, it's a pulse. It's a pulse, but it's not painful in any shape or form. Anyway, she used that device on me to exfoliate, and then to push she used it to push a mandelic acid peel into my skin. And she said essentially what it does is it helps the product to penetrate quicker and deeper, and it makes it more effective. And when I saw that this, I'd been looking for one of these for pretty much the whole time since having that treatment done, because I really liked the way my skin felt afterwards, and I thought, well, if I can get one for at home, I will. But I couldn't find one. Anyway, I saw it on YesStyle. They have a bunch of like these from different brands on YesStyle, and I was like, I'm gonna get one and try it. And I love it. I love it. I've been using it twice a week for pushing serums into my skin, specifically on my forehead. When it's dry and flaky, this comes out, and I use a hydrating serum, and I drench my head in it, go over it really slowly, and my skin feels so soft afterwards. I love it. Another tool that I picked up from YesStyle, look, this may as well be a fucking YesStyle video. It's not. I just, look, I like YesStyle, and I've had some cool stuff from them in the last month. But I was looking for a nano mister. So a nano mister is one of these. Kitten, you knocked the camera. You're going to come and say hello? Shall we get this out of the way? Let's do this. Another thing that I've been loving in November, we're doing this. We're doing this because I know he just woke up. He's going to want to feed. This is Odin. I'm sure many of you have seen him. He is my babe. I love him. I got him, did I get him in November or end of October? He wants to go. He wants to explore the things. But he's so cute. He's such a sweetheart. He's a terrorist, but he's such a sweetheart, and I love him. He just woke up. I better go and feed him. But he has been very predominant in my life in November. He's my babe. Come back, babe. No, he wants food. So I've been looking for nano misting stuff. Or fine. I was looking for like fine misting stuff. Specifically fine mist sprays. This was something that came up in a search, so I got one of them, and I thought I'll get the sebum mist. That might be nice because, you know, I do have oily skin. But yeah, that got to get more. But another thing that came up was this guy and a bunch of other tools that were similar to this. And this is a nano mister, and essentially what you do, it's got a little well at the back here. You're meant to fill it with water, and then you charge it up and turn it on, and it sprays a nano mist. So I wanted one of these because I wanted something that I could fill with hydrating face sprays that I could use to sort of like not set my makeup, but sort of refresh throughout the day. Because my forehead was getting so dry, I wanted something that I could use that would be a really fine mist. Now, I specifically wanted to use it with this. This is the Uemura Soothing Hydro Mist with Rose and Go-To Cola. But my issue is the sprayer on this, oh my god, I just sprayed myself in the eye. Well done. The sprayer on this is a bit, it's fine, but it's not as fine as I wanted it to be. And sometimes I would use that and spray it on my forehead and it would, like, it leaves little splotches. So I'm like, I'm gonna try one of these. And I love it. It's fucking fantastic. I was literally shocked at how beautiful and soft the mist on this was. I took it out to mum and I'm like, Mum, feel this. And she's like, oh my god, what is that? Where did you get it? Even mum loves it. I have to get her one. What I didn't realize with this was all of the listings that I read for products like this said, you know, it's for water. Use it for water. First, I used it with the Hydra-C treatment mist from Glyco. Works fine. Then I used, it was like a hydrating toner. But this particular toner, the consistency was slightly thicker than water and it wouldn't go through this part. It was almost like it was too thick to be pushed through. So I very quickly learned that although it's probably only recommended that you put water in here, but I am a rule breaker, whatever you put in here has to be the consistency of water. It can't be thicker. So this works because it is the consistency of water. This works, but something like this, I can't imagine why you would want to put that in there, but something like that won't work. Burb is being very vocal, so we just have to put up with that. But let's get into some makeup. So I bought a lot of makeup in November because we had the Mecca holiday release thingy. And also I picked up some other things that weren't necessarily holiday related. But let's start with this. This is the Huda Beauty new Nude palette. I recently published a, like, kind of a review, mostly just putting it on my face type of thing. And in that video, I said that, look, I was critical of this palette, and I feel like I'm usually quite critical of expensive makeup. Sometimes I am biased because I just, like, love a brand. I don't have any strong feelings towards, like, love feelings towards Huda as a brand. So I am critical of the makeup. I want the makeup to be amazing, especially considering that I think this retails for $95 in Australia. I paid $92 off Selfridges. I want it to be good, okay? I want it to be the next coming of Jesus. But it's not. It's not. I love the color selection, okay? This color selection is me. It is just perfect for me. I love it. The glitters, I don't care for them. I'm not really a fan of pressed glitters. I do like glitter. I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitter. And I feel like these two particular colors are just, like, they're not exciting. So for me, I would prefer to see some, like, other metallics in there or two different matte shades rather than them. The concealed shade, I will never understand that. I've got a hair stuck on my face, and that's what this must feel like, because it's got hair stuck in it and glitter and eyeshadows. It's disgusting. It's like, it works as an eye primer, but it's a cream surrounded by powders and glitter. It fucking, what? It's 2018. Like, we don't do that shit around here because it's stupid. The mattes, the formula of the mattes is really, really nice. They're pigmented and they blend beautifully. I like them. I do feel like on my skin tone, when you start putting multiple matte shades near each other, they all sort of start to blend into one. I've still got this damn hair stuck on my face, tickling me. Yeah, I feel like the colors sort of all start to look samey on my skin. Might work better on deeper skin tones. The metallics, they're very, very pretty, but they're just metallic eyeshadows. There's nothing special. And what surprised me about them is that they look like hamburger patties. So they've got these white speckles throughout them. And people did say that they believe it's meant to be like sort of mica pockets to add extra shimmer to them, and maybe that is the case. I don't know for sure, and to be perfectly honest, I don't give a fuck enough to actually look into it. I don't know, I think I expected more, and because she's like, you know, new formula, amazing, wah rah rah, and then I swatch them and I'm like, they're metallic eyeshadows, fucking whoop-de-doo. Yeah, I think I just expected more. I expected more, and for nearly $100, I expect it to be amazing. But I'm gonna say this. The formula of everything in this palette is nice, all right? It is nice. It's just not super, like, I don't think it's worth $95. That's it, that's all. But I will use this. It's, you know, my order of Huda palettes would go Desert Dusk, New Nudes, everything else down the bottom. Yeah, so I don't mind I like this. I do like this palette. It's just not an exciting palette, and it looks like it should be, if that makes sense. BareMinerals, this is Aurora Lights. I filmed this review, but it hasn't gone up yet. It should go up soon. I've got my end of month stuff to get out first. But I did a look using these two down here and this one up here, and it was actually really intense, but I love this palette, and I said before that sometimes I am biased with brands. I am biased with BareMinerals. So I think you need to take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I love BareMinerals pressed eyeshadows. I love their palettes. I will always recommend them. I feel like most people who have told me that they brought a BareMinerals eyeshadow palette because I raved about it, did really enjoy the formula, so that's great. I think the important part is to make sure that you like the eyeshadow colors and that you would wear them, and you're not just buying it for like these 3 shades down here or something like that. But the formula of this palette is exactly what you should expect from BareMinerals. Pigmented, easy to blend, and the metallics and shimmers all have a nice natural adherence, so they go on easily. Something that shocked me, this shade here, which is like a dark, really dark blackened forest green. My god, look, BareMinerals, like I said, my favorite brand of eyeshadow, like pressed eyeshadow, comes from BareMinerals. I did expect this particular shade to be good, but historically from other brands I've used quite a few shades like this, and they aren't always that great. I was pretty impressed with this one. I did expect it to be a bit more difficult to work with, but I was impressed. I like that. If you're eyeing that off and you're like, do I, don't I? Like, I'd say do. I would say do. Let's do NARS. Now, I'm actually wearing almost a full face of NARS today. I filmed the sort of application using the things that I bought from the holiday collection. This is the Provocateur eyeshadow palette. So that's what's on my eyes now. Okay, let's breathe. This is $71 in Australia. It is a lot, and it's hard for me. Let me explain. I have a thing for NARS limited edition packaging, so I find it quite easy to be like, oh, this 6-pan palette, $71, worth it more than $92 for how many shades? Well, 18. So like, you just have to keep in mind that I have a thing for NARS limited edition packaging, so the packaging on this has quite high value for me. So keep that in mind. If it doesn't have that value for you, it's not going to be worth it. But if you like NARS and you're kind of into like the luxe side of it and stuff like that, then maybe it has other value for you, but whatever, just let's get into it. The formula of these is fucking beautiful. They're really nice. So I did film a review for this today. It'll be going up after the BareMinerals like application video, because that was requested. Someone asked to see that, so I want to get that up as soon as I can. So this will be coming in, I don't know, whenever it's up, not too long, hopefully. In that video I said, historically I've not been impressed with the NARS eyeshadow formula. Last year I bought a Man Ray palette, eyeshadow palette, and I was quite surprised by the formula of the eyeshadows in that palette compared to my past experience, and I think they've upped their game with their formula. I know that they reformulated their singles. This is all stuff I said in that review, but yeah, I think this is really nice. I'm so glad that I picked this up. This is, when I was shopping for this at Mecca, I was actually looking mostly at their face palettes, like their cheek palettes, highlighting palettes, bronzing palettes, stuff like that, because I thought, you know, I'm familiar with that formula, I know it works for me, I've just got to find a color story that I like, and then I've got something with the special packaging, because that was like, the packaging was actually the main thing for me. I just really wanted something with this spiked packaging. But the face palettes, I really wasn't into it. I wasn't into it at all, and I swatched these and I'm like, okay, I like the colors enough. Like this top row is really pretty. This one here, when you swatch it, it kind of looks like a white with a gold shift, but when it goes on the skin, it actually looks more orange. So it really surprised me. It's better than I expected. This sort of reddy color is stunning. There's sort of a blue brown, but it's got more red and orange tones in it. And this one here, it's flaky, but it's a beautiful silvery taupe shade. Then we've got, let me try and get this stuff off. Then we've got this sort of dark blackened navy blue and a satin plum. So I'm like, okay, I like these colors, and I was thinking I probably won't use the palette all together. I'll probably cherry pick shades out of it and match it with other things, and you know, I won't use it that often, but there's pretty shades in there. So if I do remember to pick it up, I'm gonna find some nice colors in there. Well, I use it today And I ended up using every single shade on my eye, and they just work so beautifully together. Like I'm actually really excited to pair this matte color with each shade individually and just see what look I can create, because it's just, look, it just exceeded my expectations. And once the colors went on my eye, I was like, wow, this was a winner. Like I'm so glad I bought this. I'm so glad I bought this. It is really, look, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because I expected to like it enough, and I expected it sounds ridiculous. I expected the packaging to be enough to make me be like, yeah, I like this. I'm happy with it. Okay, all good. But what I actually love about it is what's inside. I love what counts. And the packaging is just like the added bonus. So there's that. Some other things that I purchased from the NARS holiday collection were the Velvet Lip Glide Mini Coffret. So there's 3 shades in there. There's Vandal, Camden Girls, and Banshee. This one is Camden Girls. Wait, no, it's not. That one's Vandal. That is Vandal. This one is Camden Girls. This is a really cool shade. It's kind of like, it's got some greyish sort of tints to it. I like it. And then we have Banshee. So this is sort of like a nude trio with a berry. The Velvet Lip Glide formula, I really like it. So these go on a bit like a gloss. And, well, not a bit like a gloss, a lot like a gloss, and they really stay. Like they last really well. They're quite hydrating on the lips, but they've got good pigmentation, and they don't set, but they sort of set, if that makes sense. I don't really know what to sort of compare them to, because I don't feel like I really have anything quite like these in my stash other than like the other Velvet Lip Glide that I own. So yeah, you can see there a little bit of a gloss. Over time that will soften down, but the color will stay there. They're really comfortable to wear. They're not transfer proof or anything like that, and I wouldn't say they're super long wearing. They just wear well for that soft, slippy formula that they have. So I really like them, and I would really recommend that little coffret set. I love it. Another NARS thing. I've got 2 more NARS things. So I've got this. I've got 1 more. This is the Spiked Audacious lipstick in Sheena. So this is the nude in the range. I'm actually also wearing this. It's underneath that lip glide. Gorgeous color. Gorgeous color. I'm so glad I got this. It was a nightmare to find. We went to like 3 or 4 Meccas in the Melbourne CBD. None of them had one of these. I had to go down to the Armadale flagship store to get one. Look, I got it, and I don't regret it. I'm very glad that I got it. It's actually, I think this is my first full-size NARS Audacious lipstick. I think it is. I think I've only got the minis. Well, there you go. Look, I'm not mad at it. I won't lie, I kind of wish I had all 3 from this limited collection, but I don't need them. Don't need them. But I'm happy to have that one, and I really like it. The formula's great. NARS Audacious lipsticks, if you're not familiar with the formula, they're very pigmented, very creamy. They're not transfer proof, and they're not completely matte, but they set enough to make them what I would consider like semi long wearing, and they're nice. They're lovely lipsticks, but it's NARS and it's expensive, so there's that. The last thing from NARS, I didn't buy this. It was sent by Becca. This is the Little Fetishes Laguna and Fort de France pack set. Now, I wanted to buy one of these for this packaging, and I will say, if this had not been sent by Becca, I wouldn't have purchased it. I wouldn't have purchased any of these from the holiday collection because I couldn't find a pack. Like, I looked at these in store after receiving this. I couldn't find a pack that really, like, convinced me, basically. So I am very grateful that Becca sent this, because I have ended up with this little tin and also with two little minis that I would use. One contains Laguna. Now, I love Laguna, and Laguna is like within the top 3 or top 4 bronzes that I always come back to. The reason that this wouldn't tip me over the edge of buying one of these little packs is because I've got a full-size Laguna that I haven't even opened yet, and I've got about 3 of these minis, not including this one. So it's hard for me to justify the purchase. The next item that was in there was Fort de France. This is a highlighter. Now, I've got to be careful because mine is broken and it will fall out. But there it is, and I am wearing it today, and I do think it's really beautiful. But I know that if I had seen this in store, and like I did, I saw it in store and I swatched it and I'm like, that's really pretty, but I find it very difficult to justify buying highlighters at the moment. And something like this is not interesting enough for me to be willing to spend the money on it. I do think it's very pretty, and I am so happy to have it because I like Fort de France. I love Laguna. I will use those minis. They're fabulous for travel. And I love this little tin. Oh, it's not a tin, it's plastic, but I love the little vessel. I'm so happy to have it, but I would not have spent money on it. So there we go. But who knows? You might find a little duo in those little fetish boxes that you absolutely love and be like, worth it for me. I wouldn't blame you because they're pretty cute. Okay, this video is gonna be so long, guys. I'm so sorry. I would just, okay, she won't see this, but I would just like to say to Hattie Schmidt, thank you so much for sending over the Berlin Girl Glow highlighters. So she did send one each of these to Kat and I. She personally sent them to us, personally. This wasn't, you know, contact Becca and be like, please send these girls some PR. This was her sending these highlighters to Kat and I. And it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So it's a nudish base with a silvery sort of glow, but I feel like there's some coolness in there and a tiny hint of blue. This highlighter is what I would consider a wearable wet look. So the glow that it gives you, like the reflect that it gives you, is pretty intense, but if you have texture, it doesn't accentuate it too much. I love it. I love the color. It's great for my like personal skin tone. The formula is beautiful. It's special. It's so special because she went out of her way to do something really lovely. And why? Because we said nice things about a beautiful product. Like, she has done so well with Becca to create this. It's beautiful. It's probably not even probably. It is easily my favorite Becca highlighter. And Becca highlighters have never been major favorites of mine. They're always just a bit like, they're okay and they have a place, but I don't buy them all when they come out. And I actually haven't bought a Becca highlighter in at least a year. at least a year. I was gonna buy this. It sold out like with the first, you know, release, and we were waiting for it to come back, and then this arrived. So thank you, Hatisse. That is so sweet of you. You made a beautiful product, and I am so happy to have this in my collection. I will treasure it. Not only is it a beautiful product, it's like a sweet gift, and I love it. It's so nice. This video is so long. Oh my God. I just want to talk really quickly. JD Glow liquid liners. I did mention these ones in my last recap. They were 3 of the new shades that I picked up. So Fame, Midnight, and Sahara. So gold, blue, green. Oh my God, I'm burping up my lunch. I really like these. They're great. But what I'm very, very excited about, and I want to mention, is these guys. So this is candy paint. This is the one I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time, and I finally got it. And oh my goodness, it exceeds my expectations. When I swatch this, it doesn't look like what I expected it to be like. But once it's on the eye, whoo, wow. Just wow. I love it. I'm so happy to have it. I've got it for Christmas. I have discovered that this pairs beautifully with purple. The red liner over a purple eye, stunning. And another one I picked up, which I wasn't planning on, but I was like, well, I'm making an order, so I may as well. This is a liquid gel liner in neon red. And this is punchy. So there it is. It looks a bit more orange, but in person it is neon red. Neons just don't pick up on camera. I'm very sorry to disappoint you. Please focus, not on my face. But it is neon. It's fantastic. It is absolutely, like, I love it. I love JD Glow's gel liner formula. I love the pretty colors. I love the like duochromes. I love the metallics, and if you like red metallic eyeliner, candy paint, put it on your wish list. I do recommend. Speaking of liners, I've got 3 new ones that Uemura sent. These are the water paint ink liners. So I've got aqua blue, berry red, and deep purple. I'm wearing deep purple today. And when I first saw these, first thing I said was, ooh, brush tip. It's a brush. It's not a felt tip, it's a brush. So some of you will know just how much that means to me. So the blue one, there it is. When I first swatched these, I was like, I don't think these are going to be pigmented enough as like a liner for, you know, putting over an eye look. I just don't think they're going to have the pigmentation that they need. Oh, into the red. Soz. That's what happens when you're watching yourself on your display and doing things. Anyway, these are actually really surprising. When they go on the eye, they seem to deepen a little bit, and you can layer them to get them even deeper. So you can kind of use them as like a light wash of color, sort of like this whole water paint ink thing, or you can build them up and get a proper like defined eyeliner with them. I did not expect these to be something that I would consider an amazing product simply because of how I like to wear my eyeliner. I like my eyeliner to have to really define. I like it to be dark enough that it helps to define and lift the eye. I expected these to be a much softer, almost pastel type of eyeliner, but they are they're enough. They're enough to define and lift and create a wing, even though they are a little bit more on the subtle side. They surprised me and I really, really like them. I know there are some more shades in the range, so, you know, there's more for me to add to the collection. Fuck, I'm the worst. But yeah, I really like these and I didn't expect to, but I do. All right, last thing. I went to a MAC event. Not last night, the night before, but by the time you're watching this, it's going to be a while ago. And it was to launch a book of one of the MAC makeup artists, Pinky. She created a book, published a book. So we went and she did like a masterclass, and I picked up the book. And they also had some products that were launching on Monday. So Monday what's today? The 1st. So Monday the 3rd of December. Now they showed us 2 lip products. They were the Retro Matte lip products, and they had a like the lid was a holographic glitter lid, and they were glitter retro mattes. And when they opened the drawer and I saw the packaging, it was like a gold holographic sparkly packaging, and I saw something else and I was like, what's that? What's that? Show me that. I want to see what that is. So these are Dazzle highlighters. Dazzle highlighters. So there we go. Gold glittery holographic packaging. This one's in the shade Dazzle Pink. Let me get it out and show you. I will say, unfortunately, the packaging isn't hollow, but that's all right. It is black and glossy, and there it is when you open it up. So hopefully you can see that's very pretty. Focus on my arm, please. Might be a bit too bright in here to show you guys, but essentially, look, it's a bit like Stylishly Mary. It's a bit like Stylishly Mary. It's pink with a gold reflect. It's not super exciting, but it is pretty, and I thought I would like to have that. I believe they're limited edition. But the one that really, really fucked me up is called Dazzle Red. Oh, can you see? Can you see? Red, gold. Red, gold. This is like fire. That's what it reminds me of. Fire. The different colors of fire. It is fucking beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a coppery orange to pink to red. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I can't use that as a highlighter. No, sorry, I cannot. Can only use it as an eyeshadow. And now I've got 9.5 grams of it. Right, let's wrap it up. So feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section regarding anything you saw in this video. There is so much. Little refresher. We had the Davines hair stuff at the start. Lots of skincare. And then like 6 years worth of makeup. Also those tools, those skincare tools. Oh, I love them. I love them. Yeah, let me know your comments or thoughts down in the comments. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Have you tried anything that you saw in this video? Do you love it? Do you not love it so much? Is there anything here that you picked up for like from the holiday releases, or have you like been inspired to pick something up that you saw in this video? I'm trying to think. I'm surrounded by stuff, and it's really hard for me to gather my thoughts. Let me know your feelings down in the comments section. How about I just say that and make it easy for everyone? I hope you guys enjoyed this blockbuster length video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.